Salut, les fans de la course hippique. On Sunday, we are at Chantilly, where the feature is the Prix Papin. Later on in this production, I will be handing over to Caroline for the group races of the Curragh on Sunday. But before then, we will look at Chantilly's black type. I think that the first of those can go to Carlos and Jan Lerner's Relax, who will like this ground and I prefer her to Rafe Beckett's Cathedral. She won the last race here over a mile going away, so this step up in the trip will be fine for Relax, and she can make this her third win here. Rafe Beckett's Cathedral was very, very good in the Coronation Stakes, the Group 1 Fillies Mile at Royal Ascot, but this ground is going to be very different for her, and I do not see so much in the form to tell me she will like this. Christopher Head's Rosa Salvaje will also find this much easier than the Pré de Dion when we saw her last, and she also has a chance. It is Relax that I think will win this, and maybe Cathedral can beat Rosa Salvaje if she can run on this ground. But my Sunday nap is going to be Quisisana in the Pré Pépinière. Maybe Francis-Henri Grafford's Quisisana can win the Pré de la Pépinière, and I think ahead of Andreas Schutz's Zabeel Light and Rafe Beckett's Doha. Quisisana did win here over 2,400 metres in June 2024, beating the good filly Ottery by 6.5 lengths, but she is at her best trip here of just over 2,000 metres. Rafe Beckett's Doha has not been as good as when winning the Kensington Palace Fillies Stakes at Royal Ascot last year, so it could be Jan Barbaro Zuna, who is also in for a chance. It is hard to go against Quisisana, n'est-ce pas? In the feature race, the Prix Papin, Francis-Henri Graffard will be winning this for my next best with Mujid, who is looking better on every run. This Dark Angel colt won here in the Group 3 Pré de Bois Longines, making the better of Carl Burke's hot favourite, Ali Shuffle, so with the conditions all the same, Mujid can win again. Imperial Mi Sen was within a length of Mujid in that race, so again will be competitive, while the interesting one is Archie Watson's Tadej, who has many dates in his diary but does not know this soft ground. Mujid to carry on getting better by winning this. For the Prix Messidor, Curragh led for very long way in the Queen Anne Stakes at Royal Ascot, though was no match for the course specialist Docklands and the brilliant Rosalion. D'accord, that Group 1 was a hard race to win, but he was coming out of that with plenty of credit, so this Group 3 is a much lesser plate for the Kingman colt, with the soft ground not asking as much. But Curragh must be careful of André Fabre's Alcantor, who has a very good rate of winning, but has not been seen since the bet 365 mile at Sandown, though this ground now is ideal for him. Marhaba Yasanafi can also win in this grade, so these are my three, with Curragh getting my pick, ahead of Alcantor.
Why, thank you, Marie-Franscoise, and here I am back at the Curragh for the last day of the Irish Oaks weekend. Luckily, we missed the downpour that got to everyone at Newbury Park on Saturday, though I can assure you we are quite used to rain like that back here. Back to the racing, and I'm thinking that one look can take the Meadowcourt Stakes for Paddy Toomey. I think that a line can be drawn through that run in the Duke of Cambridge Stakes the last day on account of that fast ground, and he can get back to winning ways here, chiefly at the expense of the much-fancied Tasmania, now running out of Sir Mark Prescott's yard. That said, Tasmania won't mind this ground either, but One Look's form includes a half-length second to the smart Porter Fortuna in the Lanwades Stud Stakes back in May, and to me that's a pretty standout piece of form. The Cy Uni filly, Dermot Weld's Azada, can be prominent, while Henry de Bromhead's Higher Leaves will go well if there's more rain about, but One Look gets my vote. For the Romanised Minstrel Stakes, I'm siding with Diego Velázquez. The ground was patently not ideal when he was sent off in the Queen Anne Stakes on day 1 of Royal Ascot, but this drop back in trip and more suitable going could be just what's needed. It's quite possible he needed that first run of his campaign too, so I'll for one give him another chance ahead of Johnny Murtaugh's Chicago Critic and Will McCreary's Vespertilio, with Jer Lyons' Mutasaref also sneaking on to the bottom of my shortlist. Diego Velasquez to get his campaign back on track with the drop in trip a plus, while Vespertilio keeps him honest.